first, look, she needs to smile. Hello, 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 everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, this is your girl, Monique J. And as you can see, I have a very, very special, lovely guest, my daughter, Malaya. You guys have seen her on some other videos. You haven't seen her lately because she's been away at college, which we will talk about that. But first, let me just say, please subscribe to my channel now. Subscribe, and definitely hit the notification bell. Now, I also want to announce and say that Malaya will definitely be starting her own YouTube channel as well before she goes back to school. But now she is home. If you see the title, first let's smile. Getting a smile thumbnail.
Wait.
I wanna. What else? Look, one more time. Okay. All right. So, if you see the title of this video, it says it's a candid exclusive. My daughter is home from her first semester of college, and it was at an HBCU, which is she's a student currently at Prairie View A&M University. But the reason why I wanted to do this video is because she has basically, now me, born, raised in the hood. And of course, if you're a parent or parents like me, when you have that type of circumstance, your goal is to put your children in a better area, better environment when it's time for them to go to school if you can. So of course, that's what I did. That was my goal. And so she's kind of been raised up in an entirely different environment than I have. Can you sit up? You cold? It's not cold. She's been raised in an entirely different environment than I have. Now, I've tried my hardest to definitely still give her like the little twists and turns of, you know, what that hood life would be like. But, you know, she just ain't really, you know, had to be, as she was growing up, you know, in schools and stuff with a lot of people that look like us. So I wanted to do this video so me and her could just talk. We got a good relationship.
Yeah.
We have a pretty good relationship. She generally, I'm sure, you know, y'all know I think she probably tells me a lot. But what is she doing, y'all? But so I wanted to, you know, come on because as a single parent, as a former educator and foster parent, I think it's very important for parents, especially mothers and daughters, to have, you know, good relationships, for the mother to kind of be a daughter's, you know, first role model, and, you know, as mothers be a role model or someone that a child that your daughter would want to say that, you know, she looks up to. So we want to go ahead and do this video. I've been talking a lot. Go introduce yourself, young lady.
My name's Malaya Monique Horton Muhammad.
What else? How old are you? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say.
Okay.
I'm 17. I go to.
Gotta talk up so I can hear you. Microphone. See the microphone bars. See?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
I'm 17. I go to Prairie View A&M University. My major is chemical engineering. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
So, I'm sure. So, let's just start this. How was your first semester of college? And don't act like you talking to a friend. You see how I'm talking? I ain't acting like I'm really talking to a camera. So you be yourself. Your personality is not at all all dry and the stuff like it is. So tell the viewers how what your first semester was like. Just talk.
Well, I've had some experiences, some good and bad experiences, but overall it went okay.
Okay.
My grades, they was okay, but at least I'm coming back.
They were okay, or?
They were okay. They weren't the best.
You just had one bad grade so far. Yeah, look at the final grades and came all the way in. Y'all all the final grades, but just.
Yeah, I didn't study. I don't study because I'm used to being smart and I'm used to just going and, you know, acing my tests, you know, but they didn't work for me. So that's why I kind of failed. Almost failed the class.
It's not going to hear you.
I don't do something.
Daughters, see how if I'm talking, you just gotta talk up. That's all.
I don't talk loud.
If you're at a party, I guarantee you won't be in there. It was cool. Okay, so you said you didn't study.
I didn't study.
And you didn't study, and so what would you advise anybody else going to go off to their first semester of college? What would be your advice to them?
When you know how at the end you always trying to like catch up. Just start off right so you don't have to do that, because it's so hard to try to get your grade back up, because you really don't have homework in college. It's really just tests and quizzes. So you really just got to study for the next quiz, because high school homework saved you. College homework don't save you. It's a test that saves you. So just study for your test. Kids, study for your quiz.
Yeah, I will definitely have to. I'm trying to turn this mic up for her. I would definitely have to let y'all see her a video she did when she was young, and it was funny because she was showing an example of how somebody was trying to cheat off of her, and what she did, and at the end of it, that's what she said: "Kids, study for your quiz." Okay, so I talked about the fact that you kind of went to school in predominantly white areas, the bulk of your life. So what was that like, going to a historically black college? Do you think I should have made the point of sending you to a historically black college, or tell me what your experience?
I like it. I like it. I just feel at home. I just feel safe. Like everybody just care about me. Like I feel like if I would have went to a different school, like my professors, most of my professors are black, and they really try to help me. They really try to help you in school because they want to see us do great things. So they're gonna try to help us fellow black people out. So, but I just like it because I don't know. I just like it. So it's just fun. It's fun because I feel like if I went to a PWI. It would have been lame.
Look at you knowing some terms. I went to PWI and I'm not lame.
Okay, no, but you don't. It's just a different experience.
But I grew up in the hood too, so it's kind of like the same. It's kind of the same thing. Like I think my mother was trying to put me in a different environment because growing up, South Side of Chicago. Really now my junior year, I did go to school, basically like yours, predominantly white. Mm-hmm. But that was my first experience really being around a whole lot of white people. So I think my mother kind of did the same thing I was trying to do for you, like prepare you. We know you know how to interact. I know you know how to deal with whites, Hispanics, Asians, things like that, because you've been in school like with that. But most of the schools you went to have only probably been like 3 to 10% blacks. So I was trying to send you so that you, first of all, I wanted to make sure that you took pride in being black, because you went to schools and especially your last school where if you weren't, you think, or do you think if you weren't being raised by me, somebody who was like making sure I told you like you great, that experience at that school would have possibly made you be a little questioning yourself as a black person or being intimidated by other cultures? What you think?
If I would have went to
I'm saying the school that you just left. Like, had I not, the high school, had I not
felt like I would have been trying to be white. Wouldn't love myself. Yeah.
So, and so and I just kind of want to, so I think that's why your Nana did send me to a different, because she wanted me to be well-rounded. And I wanted you to, for one, to be well-rounded. For two, I wanted you to experience what having black pride felt like, because at these schools that you were at, it's like y'all were the minorities. And they never did no Black History Month. no praising of anything that black people did. And we know, and you know, black people were what for this country?
Basically, the creators. They built everything.
That's gonna be noise. Okay. That's okay.
They built everything.
Right. And most of the inventors of most of the things that we use, and this country wouldn't be what it is today if it not had been built on the backs of black people. So I wanted you guys, I wanted her to experience that. I also think, being a former educator, I thought it was important to have teachers that look like you too, because when you go to school with, and no offense to any educators out there, because I'm sure there are some good educators of different cultures that, you know, expect the same things of their students, but I am also living proof, and she probably can attest to this, that a lot of times, though, you can have instructors that are teachers that are different culture than you, and you don't feel like they believe that you can really, really do well, and they don't push you. They kind of just feel like, oh,
let you do anything, basically.
Right, because what you think why they do that? But do they treat, or do you feel like you were getting pushed just as much as, just say, a little white girl, a little Asian girl, a little Indian girl in your class when you just say may have been having a hard time or something? No. So that experience too, I wanted her to just see, because I'm just being honest, and look, if you watch my channel, you know. Hey, and I don't mind. You can comment. People can comment. Just come from a constructive place. But I am going to be honest. And when we're speaking from our experiences. We're not saying that's experience with everybody all over the world. We're speaking from our experience. And I will just be honest that a lot of times when you are being educated or by people, especially, I'm just being honest, white people, they don't be pushing black children like a black teacher or a black professor would, because first of all, we know our abilities, and secondly, they want to see children who look like them, who they know are fully capable of accomplishing whatever they want to accomplish. They want to see you do that, and so they push you harder than somebody who really is not vested in you being successful, right? You think? You agree? Okay. So we talked about the education side. We always used to deal with, of course, by you being at a predominantly white school, friendship type of thing, the friendship thing. When you left, and we be open and honest, when you left from here, you had some friends. What colors were your friends? People you felt were really your friends? Black. You only had black friends here. Before you left here.
I have a couple white friends. Okay. Not really. I just hung out with them because I was bored.
You were bored? You enjoyed their company, didn't you?
Yeah, but they mamas.
So the kids were fine, but some of them parents were.
The parents are racist.
They were racist. Okay.
Never mind.
You can give an example. You ain't saying
no
name.
When my friend came over, her mama, she was like, "Oh, trying to size you up."
Right, trying to figure out like maybe what you think, how we live. And then
she said slick stuff. Slick stuff to me.
So you were kind of.
I was just on the fence. I was like, I don't know if I want to be her friend with her mom, but she's nice. But sometimes she would say, "Get out of line too." I have to put her in check.
Out of line, like what? Racist things?
Yeah, that's why I don't like being friends with white people, because.
Well, that's not.
Just get on my nerves.
That's not nice to put them. Then I just said we're not putting everybody all in one box. So this is what a learning moment for you as a child, and I tell you this all the time. And believe you me, I have experienced some really, really shady people of really all cultures. But I get what you're saying. But what I want you to do is let people teach you who they are for themselves. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So you don't put everybody in one box. We know the history of this country. But these people living now wasn't back in the past. And so you allow people to show you who they are. Now, when they show you who they are, what you gonna do?
Believe it.
There you go. But are there some, because here's what we say, there's some shady people that look like you too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so once you got down to school, what was your experience with friends, or did you feel better seeing, how was that?
The friend thing was okay, but, girls are messy, so it's a lot of drama. A lot.
And that don't have nothing to do with what color you are, huh?
No.
And messy, like jealousy or just... And jealousy could be for all kind of stuff, huh?
Yeah, a lot of people...
Jealous for the stupidest stuff.
A lot of people jealous for no reason.
Right.
Because I'm a good friend. I share. Mm-hmm. So if I got it, you got it. So there's no need for you to be jealous, because we gonna have it together. What are we doing? What are you mad for?
God, you must have really been raised right, girl. Yeah. And you're an only child, and you don't mind sharing?
If you do the same for me, I do for you.
So, in saying that, and then meeting or having friends that might not be that same way or wasn't that same way, do you, so what I've been always telling you, like, about picking friends, and first of all, don't let your friends pick you. You pick your friends, and then pick people who are of like mind, like heart, and like spirit. Do you understand what I mean when I say that?
Yeah.
And you get that, like, when you do that, it makes the friendship a whole lot easier, don't it? Because you're real nice. You are nice, and you will go out your way for people. And it be hurting. You've had situations where those people wouldn't do the same for you.
Yeah, it hurt my feelings, because I be like, wow, like, I've done all this stuff for you. I would never do stuff like this to you. Like, it's just surprising how people are, because I'm the type of I go my way for my friends. You really my friend, I go my way for you. But I've had people who I thought was my friends, and whenever I needed their help, it's just like, oh, no, I can't help you, because they're being selfish. They don't want to help me. They can't help themselves. But if I was in that situation, okay, we gonna work on this together. We gonna do this together, instead of, oh, no, I can't help you. That just makes me mad. I done had a lot of friends that threw me under the bus when I needed them, but I've always been there for them. But when it comes down to it, when I need them, they're not there for me.
Okay.
So.
And I'll tell you this, as your mother, it's gonna happen. But that's also why I try to teach you something that I didn't get taught at your age. Like, when a person shows you that, I'm not saying don't ever talk to the people no more, because y'all all are children and you're still young and you're growing and you can change. But when somebody is, kind of showing you the same thing, hurt your feelings more than once, you just have to put them in a proper perspective. This is not your good friend. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is just an associate. And when you find good friends, people who, because you're a girl, you had them part times of the month where you are not the nicest person, don't you?
Yeah.
Right. And so there are going to be times when you may be unbearable to deal with, but when a true friend will deal with you in your ups and your downs, a true friend will be able to tell you when they think something, negative about you. They're not going to talk about it to everybody else, and then you hear about it, and now that's another way they heard they true. And then if you know it's coming from a good place and somebody tells you something you don't like, how you going to handle that? If you know that it's, from a good place.
I'm going to take it into account, reflect, and I'm going to ask my mama. And then if she say the same thing they saying, that means I make a change.
Okay. Girl, you have, this little first semester of college is really did something for you. Oh, so what we didn't talk, grades. Somebody gave us a thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up, person. So we didn't talk about grades. Okay. So you were or are technically my only biological child. And up until you left, it's been really just me and you. You started doing most stuff, of course, when you got like a junior, because I didn't want her to be like, can't figure out. Okay, I didn't want to. I didn't want her to be like out here don't know how to maneuver through the world because she been always up under her mama. So I did, try to teach her a lot, and then as well as let her do things that I felt was age appropriate. Now she didn't agree with that all the time. Did you agree? But now you see why, right?
See,
girl,
this came by age 16. Bolo. 16, 17. How many years?
She begged
to wait for these periods.
She begged. And I'm going to just say this. Of course, people can parent their children. You parent your child. You parent them how you want. But I know for me and for several people I know, it has worked. Well, this world is something else. And this world will have 10-year-olds doing what 20-year-olds are doing. Just because they can see it on social media, they can see it on TV. And so what has worked for me is first of all, I'm in this world, but we're not of the world. And I'm not letting the world tell me how to raise my child. So what's worked for me is remembering back in the day when I was growing up in the 80s and I was a teenager, I believe my mother did a good job. I believe the mothers of those times were doing a good job, and fathers, if the fathers were in the person's life. I believe they were doing a good job. And so for me, with her, even though a lot of her friends' parents were younger and they were letting a lot of more things happen that I wasn't allowing, I felt like things happen in stages. You remember, when you're 16, you can start wearing makeup. When you're 16, you can start talking to boys on the phone. Then when you're 17 or finna graduate, for her, she graduated early. So most of the time, a lot of stuff like second and third holes, people did at 18. But because she, started, she didn't start school early, but she skipped a grade. So she graduated early. She was only 17. But I was like, okay, but you are finna go to college, so you can get.
I remember the whoopings because of that mascara.
Yeah, she put mascara. She still got whoopings up to what age? 15, 16?
The last one was my sophomore year for that Snapchat stuff.
Okay, yeah, she did some social media stuff, and she lost that Snapchat. You lost your Snapchat. What? The whole? No, you didn't get it back till you graduated.
Oh yeah.
So she lost her Snapchat.
I just never asked for it back
because, like what I said,
I was scared.
And like what I said, did you die without it? Did you miss anything? No. I let you have Instagram, right? But you didn't handle that responsibility right. And so you lost the privilege. I believe that's how we was raised. That's how I chose to raise my child. Not that she perfect, but for me, parenting is individual. And we've had times where people try to tell me how I'm supposed to raise you and stuff, right? But hey, they ain't up in here and they wasn't paying for it. And even if they was, they ain't telling us what to do. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. So we're gonna say, what else was we on? We talked about the grades, we talked about the friends. Okay. You okay with being open and honest about your sexual stuff? And I mean, open and honest. I'm not saying like that, like having to, I'm not talking about like, oh, if but like whether or not, are you pure? Are you still pure?
Yes.
And be honest, okay?
Yes.
Okay, and is that by choice? And I want you to just share with any teenagers or whoever maybe watching, even mothers who need to hear this, share what you were told about all of that and just your whole experience about beforehand and going to all that. Share. Just talk.
Well, my mom made me value my virginity. Like, she made me think my virginity is something that's like the only thing I have that's pure. And I shouldn't just let everybody have that. So I talk to somebody now, but I'm really supposed to be waiting until I'm 18. So I'm gonna try to keep that promise with my mother and wait till I'm 18.
And do you understand that that's where children are made, spirits are deposited? I know that sounds crazy, but when you allow somebody to go into you, they're depositing their energy into you. And so when you get ready to get married, you don't want to be, what y'all call it, having a whole bunch of
bodies.
Right. So, because I don't want you to just, like say, well, this is what my mother told me. I want you to try to understand where I'm coming, where I'm coming from. But then I've also told you when what happens? When you do
Oh, I get pregnant?
No, when you're thinking about, I mean, like, what should
I tell you?
Not that part, about why, if you ever make the decision to do something else, why should that decision be made?
If I really like this person, I feel like they deserve that, they earned that, they treat me right.
And it's something that
I want to do too. I'm just not doing it just because they want to do it.
Okay. And so did you honor, because you guys, I took her to get on birth control before, and I knew before she went off to school. Do you think that was a smart decision for me? Do you understand why I did it?
Yeah, because it's just the safety, just in case something happens.
And it's not just about birth control, it's about what else? What else I give you?
Condoms.
Okay. Oh. So if there are any mothers or fathers or people, I suggest having a conversation. You cannot put your child in a bubble as much as we would all want to. So it's better to arm them with the knowledge and the information based on what your views are. And then you do have to understand that even though, how can I say this? Even though you may not totally agree with things, you need to be open to your child, because if they don't talk to you, if they don't feel comfortable talking to you, they may make some very, very bad decisions, because you made them feel like they couldn't even at least come to you with a circumstance. Do you feel comfortable? Do you think, like, with most stuff you can come talk to me?
Some stuff, not most stuff, because I don't want to get in trouble. I feel like if it comes down to it, it's like a situation, I don't want to talk to you because I don't want to get, like, what if something bad happens, or if I do something bad, if something bad happen.
Something bad happen?
Nothing. I'm just saying, like, in general, like.
Well, what would you do bad?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, what if something happens? Like, what if I get caught up in something?
What could you get caught up in if you know better?
I don't know.
Well, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
You just want to say something? Because I'm like, you talking to me about a whole lot of stuff that I know probably other kids ain't talking to themselves. And I would hope that I've told you enough times about intuition, right? And about being, if something don't feel right.
Oh, yeah. You're good.
Yeah, you shouldn't go in that environment. So I ain't trying to force you to say, so you don't feel comfortable talking to me.
I do.
You just don't. You just know every time you may not like the answer. Yeah. Or sometimes you think I may. Sometimes I'm calm and sometimes I'm not. Yeah. Right? Well, and I know that because that's just my personality. But I don't ever want you to, in fear that I may not be calm, not talk to me about something, because who you know always got your best interest at heart.
Me.
You, and then who?
My dad. I love you, Dad.
You should love your daddy. You should love your daddy, but don't play with me.
My daddy take care of me my whole life. Put food on the table. Clothes on my back.
Okay, y'all. Okay. You've seen enough of my if you watch the weekly wind down with Monique J, you didn't heard our conversation about single parents and about the relationship with her, situation with her dad up until that point. We can say that since she has been in school,
it's an anniversary.
Since she has been in school, he has been doing what?
Working.
And
Lord, I never thought I was going to say them words corresponding to my dad's name.
Yep, and he's been available most of the time when you call him and everything, right? So, like we said, remember we said that in that episode, like, you be open to him and if he was willing to change. You remember? And you said, yeah, so look at that. And you've met your grandma. Oh, yeah. And spend time with her. So see, y'all was saying, if you go watch the episode of Single Mothers of Daughters. single parents of daughters on the weekly wind down with Monique J. She was actually a guest on it, but we were talking about this kind of stuff, and we actually, it's so crazy because that was earlier in the year, and now we're going into the new year, and things have changed, and he has been a lot more present and, working and helping, his child support coming out, things like that. Now she about to be grown. in how many weeks? 3?
In approximately a month and 2 days.
Mm-hmm. But better late than never. So shout out to Malaya's daddy for, let's just everybody pray. Everybody pray. He keep
the
on.
checks went down. Don't forget that.
No, that didn't. That was a mistake. That was really my money. So no.
So I ain't moving.
It ain't coming. Maybe this weekend, I think, because he thought he made a mistake. I think it's supposed to come this weekend. So anyway, so we talked about. So you got anything else you want to talk about your experience with college? How did you like the first time with the bands and the games, and how was homecoming and all that stuff?
Homecoming was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
What? Too good you don't need me on this camera to talk about? You want to talk about that on your own channel?
Yeah. Experiences.
Okay. Yeah. Girl.
Yeah.
That's
too
good.
bad. Nothing too bad.
That's good. I sent you there to have experiences. I just pray that you're smart. Also, we're wearing.
Don't get in the car.
Okay,
with
go
just
ahead.
anybody. I have been in an accident, y'all. Been in an accident. I told you that already, Mom. We drove in the ditch.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Did you even know the person?
No.
Didn't I tell you?
It was my friend's friend. I'm just riding.
Your real friend or associate friend? An associate friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because now we know. Right. We know we just are different in friends and associates. Okay.
Everybody can't drive, especially in Texas. I don't know how to drive.
Oh, Lord.
So, just don't get in the car with everybody. Make sure they know how to drive before you get in the car with them. Because that's your life in their hands. They don't really care. They don't know you like that. For real. For real.
Okay.
That was scary when we in the ditch. I was like, yeah, never again. Sometimes I learned the hard way. People's gonna tell you not to do stuff, but you gonna do it anyway. But not everything. But y'all know what I mean. You gonna do stuff. You gonna think you know everything. I'm like, that ain't gonna happen to me.
My mama don't know what she talking about.
Can't happen to me. It's gonna happen to you, and you're gonna be.
I should have listened. I should have listened to my mama. Okay. Well, first, because you just set up, so I want you to, because we rocking some mama brands and some family brands. So sit up and show your shirt. That shirt it says "Why Not Me." That's from my cousin Tiffany. I'll try to get her information, put a link for their site. My shirt, as you know, I'm always rocking the Monique J Power of Positivity brand, this is an affirmation tee. So you see it comes here, this is the blessed tee here, and then I have my own personal scribble scrabble signature on the side. And I hope you think there's anything else you want to talk about. You gotta say what you got coming up. What you got in the works outside of going back to school and doing different. You got anything? I said your YouTube. You doing something? The eyebrows look on fleek.
Yeah, I'm coming out. Well, I'm coming out with a pomade, a hair. Is it a hair pomade?
It's a whole brow kit.
Yeah, I got a brow kit coming, and I'm gonna start doing lashes and stuff. Not real lashes, just putting them on. But I also want to start like a hair tutorial YouTube because as y'all see, this ponytail kind of slick.
And you currently hold what as a freshman in college? What else do you have?
My cosmetology license.
Yes.
I'm licensed.
A licensed cosmetologist in the
I know the rules.
Yes. So you won't get a violation.
Violation.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you all. I want to thank y'all. As you see, I'm happy my daughter is home. And I just definitely I want.
Go, Brittany, go. Yeah, oh. You gonna be used to freedom, but when you get back home, you can't do everything you want to do. You can't just leave when you want to leave anymore. You gotta be home at a certain time because you in your parents' house.
Yeah.
So just get used to that because you're gonna be like, wow, I'm really not free no more. Can't just leave at 2 o'clock in the morning. Go to the taco stand.
You was leaving at 2 o'clock in the morning.
You going to the taco stand?
That's your problem. That's why that debit card got taco on it. Or gas.
Joy called me. Well, you hungry? Yes, ma'am. I want some tacos. Yes, ma'am. Hop in the car. To the taco stand. The taco stand.
Oh, you know we didn't talk about what's your was it like being a room? You know, having a roommate, like finally having to share like your room and stuff like that with somebody else. What was that like?
My roommate. I don't really mind sharing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the bathroom, okay. It's really not nothing. But it's really just like, you can't do what you do at home. Because I like to be naked. I like to sleep naked. I like to walk around naked. Around my house. You can't do that. And then, you can't talk loud. My roommate don't like when I talk loud. But you guys just gotta
you talk loud because you sure wasn't talking loud.
Y'all just gotta compromise. Cause my roommate, she loves her parents. They her best friends.
Your parents ain't your best friend?
You are no. You're my mom.
I'm your mom, and
you're not like my friend. I couldn't just talk to you like my friend.
You tell me okay, whatever. Go ahead, tell your truth.
She talked to her parents about stuff you talk to your friends about.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different conversation.
Sound like she's smart to me.
No, like her parents be saying inappropriate stuff. And I just be like, okay. And she talks very loud, but I don't ever complain because I'm just not a complainer.
Mm-hmm.
I just deal with it. But when it comes to me, can you please cut it down? Can you please? So you just gotta adjust to your roommate because you don't want no problems. Just compromise.
Okay.
You know, but I've had friends who have really bad roommates. I witnessed it, so just
in that situation.
I suggest
that situation caused a whole lot of problems.
Caused a lot of problems. So I just suggest y'all get to know or whoever you choose to be your roommate, get to know them first before you actually choose to be their roommate.
And do you think your roommate has to be really like your good friend?
No, because most of the time y'all friends, y'all probably gonna fall out if y'all roommates because y'all gonna get too comfortable around each other. Y'all didn't have friends that got too comfortable. You know what I'm talking about? They got too comfortable. Mm-hmm. Then they're going to end up moving rooms. Y'all end up moving rooms, not being friends no more. So y'all might as well just stay in different rooms and stay friends because y'all not going to be around each other 24/7 all the time.
But I think you can be roommates with your friends if you understand what you just said. Like, don't think that just because we're friends and we're roommates, we have to be around each other all the time. Like, or that we can't have other friends and stuff like that. But when you are a roommate with your friend, it's kind of like if you had a sister in a sense. You know, like you and your sister don't be around each other all the time, but you know y'all got each other back. Does that make sense? Yeah. So yeah, I think the thing is that it will be possible if both people understand that. Like we know we ride or dies for each other, but we ain't got to be around each other all the time, and we can have other friends. Mm-hmm. You think that can work out, or the situation like you just said where y'all cool, y'all can coexist.
My roommate, I'm cool. Like I don't have no problems with her. I just don't hang around her. Yeah. I just don't hang with her, but it's fine because we just go our separate ways.
And y'all in the same major, so sometimes that helps, right?
Oh yeah, we help each other with homework. If we need help with each other, if we need help with homework, we can ask each other. Mm-hmm. It's good to be roommates with somebody in your major too. Y'all can help each other out.
That's good, Malay. All right, so we was ending, but I forgot about that part. So again, thanks everybody for watching the Monique J channel, and please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Share this video. Share it. It really probably will help some college students. It'll help some parents. I think, which I've always taught her, which, is crazy because we just some open books. And everybody don't like that. Some people be living in a fake world, right? Fake reality world. But I think being honest and open about your stuff, first of all, keep you sane. Because you ain't got to put up no front for no doggone body. And I believe in, as a mother, being an example and living by the example that I want to put on for my child. So thank you, Malaya, for being my special guest today.
I know you should feel honored for me being here.
Girl, for you being in your house.
In this room,
you was asleep. Well, it don't look like you was asleep because the edges, the lashes, that ponytail.
Because I had to ready for this video.
Oh, okay. So you say hey to the Monique J back there?
Dang, let's get Monique way.
Don't get Monique like that girl. Y'all went to y'all, if you ever been to New York and they be drawing you on the street, and they the Asian person drew me. I don't know who the heck was sitting in that chair, cause that girl don't look nothing like me. Matter of fact, go get Monique way. Don't get Monique way.
Where's she at?
Is she in my room? I think she's sitting right there. Yeah, she on the floor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, let me show you mine.
Oh, Lord. She had somebody breaking her car. You know, the holidays bring, so she went and got her a taser, y'all. Go get Monique Queen so they can see before we eat. Girl, what?
Okay, yeah, don't do that.
Go get Monique Queen. Go get Monique Queen. So, yeah, I got to let y'all see this picture because y'all done seen me. Now, you know I keep a bunch of different hairstyles. Excuse me. But I don't care what kind of hairstyle I got. That girl on this picture do not look like me. So she gonna bring them up. But again, I hope our conversation. Definitely, if you have any comments, I would love to hear your comment. If you have any questions, everything about purchasing a shirt, about you know, I am a certified life coach, personal, business, and financial. So all of that contact information, if you want to reach out and just discuss some things or talk about some things, I am very open. That is what I do for a living, as well as I'm going to throw in the bottom because I am an accountant and a tax professional, and my business is the 19 Group Inc. I'm going to put the link. I provide tax services nationwide. Been doing it for over 25 years, and we can do virtual. Same way you go online and put your information in somewhere else, but don't know who's seeing your stuff and don't know what they're doing or if they're really working for your best interest, as well as know all the real tax laws and are ethical and not going to get you in trouble. I'm going to put the link for you to download my tax prep app. It's safe, it's secure, and you will get the best service ever. I'm not going to promise you that you're going to get money that you're not supposed to get, but money that you are supposed to get, you will get every dime of it and won't nothing be missed out on, because that is my specialty. So she got Monique Way, because that's her name. Slide on. Look. Hey, girl, that's me.
Look at the head, like, where?
Turn. Wait. Does she look like me?
A little bit. Not really. Your hairline receding. Your nose white. You got a white people nose.
Yeah, hey, Monique White. So she gonna be my mirror. No, so y'all, did that look like me? I know it didn't. Look, but definitely, this matter of fact, if I could come in and really be committed to crime, they is not gonna arrest me if that's up. But so I definitely make sure you go into the link. If you don't have a tax professional, I am an accountant. I am an IRS annual filing season preparer. That means I have gotten a continuing education hours. I have a degree in accounting. I go every year to make sure that I know what I need to know to make sure that you stay safe, stay free, get the most that you're legally supposed to get, as well as give you and inform you and educate you on ways to, save on taxes. So follow the link in the bio. When she gets her channel and stuff up, I will have an automatic link to that. When the Lay Beauty Brow Kit is available, we will definitely be showing that. I actually have the pomade on my eyebrows now. This is the, what did I say? It's the chocolate, but the eyebrow kit will come with the pomade, the stencil, the brush, and some little scissors. So we're getting that all together. We all about education. She's going to be a chemical engineer, but what is the top thing in our family? We are what? Outside of working, if you work for somebody, you're going to always what? Yeah, say it.
Okay, we entrepreneurs.
Right, you should always have of your own business running, because if you your own boss, that means can't nobody ever do what?
Tell you what to do.
No.
Take your money.
Fire you.
Oh. And you get taxes. You do get taxes.
Yeah, you get taxes taken out.
I'm working under the table.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Yeah, it's gonna be
taxes taken out my check.
Because you're a contractor. But once you make over a certain amount of money, you have to pay taxes, honey.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching the Monique J channel. This episode of a Candid exclusive. My daughter's home from first semester of college. Thank you. Thanks again, Malaya, for joining me. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Subscribe, and share.